What did you expect?
Hi everyone and welcome to this tutorial. In this video I will show you how to recreate Loki's tie from the upcoming show. I'm not used to do tutorials, even less in English, so let's hope you will enjoy it. In the tutorial for this upcoming show, Loki is wearing a suit with this amazing tie. Loki's fan will recognize this look from the Vote for Loki comics. We have the reference we need. We completed our investigation, so let's start. To make this tie, you will need dark olive green satin ribbon with matching thread. I had to test over 15 ribbons before I found the right green and the right width. Hell on earth! But what can we do for our sweet god? Fine cotton sheet, black cotton or satin, and gold faux leather bias tape. One piece of lining. Here I have a piece of printed fabric with some Loki's comics. I couldn't resist this detail. From our classic toolbox, we will need scissors, needles, pliers and edit pins, double-sided adhesive roller or thin double-sided tape. This will be extremely important since the satin slips, so without it, it's going to be tricky. A square frame. You can also do it without any frame. We will need a sewing machine and another one. Let's find the pattern of the tie by testing on paper. Try to think of the weaving you might need to do on a wicker basket. We have two frames, one vertical and one horizontal. We go below and then above. Actually, we are just going to wave like that and start again, underneath with a spacing of one ribbon. But this time we jump on 2 rows above and 1 row below. Top, top and bottom, and we shift the next line. Now that we know the principle, we can actually start working on the tie. We take a basic tie pattern. There are plenty of them available on the internet. We trace our pattern on the fabric and we add safety sewing margins since we will have a significant thickness created by the crossing of the ribbons. You can use your square frame for be sure the fabric is tight. In order to avoid damaging the ribbons, you will have to fix it on the lateral sides with the system provided. For this step, the square frame isn't mandatory, but it will take more time to smooth and stretch your fabric. Now we can start to braid our tie. We start with the left edge, we just lay the ribbon along the edge. I add the ribbons on this line while being parallel by sticking them one against the other, then I would only fix it with a stitch on the end. Feel free to let your ribbon stick out the line you traced. Then I just add the lines on the other side with some sticker alongside on the other end. We fix it with simple stitches. I like to do them in the middle of the little squares here. Then I work 4 rows at a time. 4 rows on one side, then 4 rows on the other side, to avoid creating holes in the braid. As you can imagine, the ribbon loves to move, so we may no longer have our regular lattice. We fix and we start again. And again. And again. And again. And again with some help. You are going to have a long tie to make. It took me over 25 hours to do the first one, just for this part, so be patient. Once all our ribbons are well placed and secured, we may now get the iron and the basic pattern. I cut the tie according to my basic outline. I have a serger, so I cheat a bit to make my edges cleaner, but this is not mandatory. I start with the top and bottom edges, so that I can do the fold with the liner. I trace the ledge that I have to bend. We can see a point and tip that will refold over and mark. We can fold the lines and mark again. You see a nice practical and aesthetic angle. I will allow myself a stitch or two in order to freeze this. I take my liner and the pattern for the corners. I do the same again for the liner and stack the two wheels a little offset. The two sets can be sewn by hand. Here is the rendering we want at the end. We apply the same on the other side and we get the two tips. Let's go to the last step. We will need to serge our long size. We will take our pattern and we put the markers on our tie. We pinch everything now to be able to fold it correctly and make our mark with an iron. As I want to mark the fold, I always put a piece of fabric in order not to damage the ribbon. We will place our bias. I take two different bias to make this tutorial clearer. On the top border, I put the golden bias with a little more material on the end. Make sure you check before sewing them. I fix the outer edge with an invisible stitch manually to be sure the edge is secured. I fix the flattened gold bias on the lining of the tie to keep everything in place. I keep it open, I fold the end back and I manually sew a wide internal stitch to fix everything. I iron the other edge over what we just sewn. I fix the black bias. We can sew it to the edge. We fold the bias around the edge with pliers. Then we fix the other edge with an invisible stitch. You can sew the edge of the bias on the back of the tie. Or you could make a stitch that crosses the tie to reinforce even more. But, most importantly, you must have your cat to help you and be comfortable in your PJ. We can tie our tie. We add our tie clip and it's done. My tie clip is a creation by Nous Sommes des Héros, made in gold and bronze. Love it, love them! Tada! I really hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye! Et puis là, il y a Lucky. Et puis c'est What did you expect, bitches? Parce que Nespresso. Come on, what did you expect? See you next time. Tie! Je trouve ça très drôle, le tie à la place de bye. Ça me fait trop rire. Ça me fait trop rire. C'est pas bien, mais avoue que c'est drôle. Tie tie. Tie tie? Bye bye. Tie tie.